Issei Hyodo is a high school student who is unpopular with girls at Ko Academy. One day, Rias Gremory, the crimson red-haired top idol of the academy and president of the occult research club, discovers Issei and asks her vice president Akeno Himejima about his identity. As Issei dreams of having a girlfriend, another girl named Yuma Amano shyly asks Issei out, to his excitement. At the end of their first date, Yuma asks Issei to die for her sake and reveals herself as Rainare, a fallen angel. After Rainare kills Issei, he sees a vision of Rias. Assuming the incident to be a dream, he resumes his normal life. However, when Issei encounters another fallen angel, Donosik, he is wounded. Just as Donosik is about to finish off Issei, Rias intervenes and saves him. The next morning, Issei discovers he and Rias are naked together in his bedroom. Reassuring that the dreams were real, Rias introduces herself as a devil and his new master. Rias EXPL aims to Issei that she used her magic to heal his wounds as she gets ready for school, and also reveals that she is a virgin. At Ko Academy, the school prince Yuto Kiba leads Issei to the occult res Urch Club where he meets the popular mascot girl Konko Toju and the club's vice president Akeno Himejima. Rias briefs Issei on the current situation with angels, fallen angels, and devils, and the duties assigned to him. After going to his first assignment, which involves an otaku, he encounters another fallen angel named Kalavarna, but uses his sacred gear to transform his hand into an armored dragon arm and defeats her. Shortly afterwards, Rias warns Issei that since he has revealed the sacred gear, he will be sought after by the fallen angels. Issei befriends a teenage nun Aisha Argento but hides his devil identity from her. After Rias warns Issei about the dangers of the church, the team must battle a stray devil. Rias briefs Issei on the evil pieces system where each member of our team has a certain role similar to chess pieces, where Rias is the king, but Issei is the pawn. Issei's next assignment becomes difficult when he must deal with the ruthless exorcist Fried Selzen. However, Aisha, working for Fried, witnesses the incident and attempts to stop Fried from killing Issei. Rias and the other members rescue Issei but leave Aisha behind, to his dismay. While on a date with Aisha, Issei finds out her past as an excommunicated nun from the church. Issei vows to be her friend regardless of being a devil, but they are interrupted by Rainare, who captures Aisha. Later, Rias explains a special ability that pawns have, promotion. She suddenly leaves with Akeno, leaving an ambiguous note about the church as enemy grounds. Issei remembers Rainare's speech about a ritual with Aisha tonight and is determined to rescue her. As Issei heads for the church, Kiba and Konko follow him, having understood Rias's message. They storm into the sanctuary and defeat Fried. However, Issei finds Aisha chained to a cross where Rainare is about to complete her ritual. Rainare removes Aisha's sacred gear and puts it into herself, killing Aisha. She even releases Aisha to Issei, but mentions the price a host pays if their sacred gear is removed or destroyed. She is surprised that her superiors were wary of his sacred gear as its ability is only able to double the power of its user, especially when Issei is so weak that he is not a threat even with his power doubled. Issei furiously prays to God and Lucifer before the extreme intensity of his emotions unlocks an ability in his sacred GE, revealing just part of its full potential. In a state of righteous manic rage, he is able to use his newfound power to knock out Rainare in a single devastating punch even after she had impaled both of his legs. Rias appears and admonishes Rainare for both underestimating Issei's sacred gear and for injuring one of her servants. In a desperate attempt to manipulate him into trusting her again, Rainare changes into her human Yuma form and pleads for him to protect her. Angered by Rainare's behavior and with his heart breaking, Issei orders Rias to kill Rainare. Shortly afterwards, Rias recovers Aisha's sacred gear and revives her as a bishop. After Rainare's demise, new living arrangements are made for Aisha, who has been living in the club's room. Meanwhile, Issei begins a new training regimen with Rias to improve his physical fitness. During training, Issei is surprised to find Aisha and her boxers outside his house. Aisha also begins attending school where she is placed in Issei's class. She quickly attracts other classmates including jealousy from Matsuda and Motohama. The following night, Issei is assigned another job but is unable to receive a pact. Issei thinks it over during PE class and ends up sleeping in the infirmary along with Rias. Noting Issei's lecherous desires, Rias offers her body to him in exchange for a pact. That night, Rias accompanies him on his next job, helping a foreign exchange student named Susan inside a samurai outfit to retrieve her notebook. She also requests help to attract her love. After the unusual meetup with her love, Issei successfully completes the job. He tries to get his reward from Rias, but loses his chance when the other members arrive. Rias instead gives him a hug, shocking everyone. Rias decides that it is time for Issei and Asia to have servant familiars. The school student council visits the club room, and Issei learns that they are another faction of devils. Since only one group is allowed to enter the world of familiars per month, the two groups compete to see who gets to go first. Initially, what starts as a normal tennis match turns frightful as Rias and Sona use magic to enhance their moves. They end up destroying much of the equipment, leading to a draw. Rias' group later wins in the dodgeball match, allowing them to pick new familiars first. During the search for familiars, they are greeted by Master Familiar Taoji. He guides Issei and Asia throughout the forest and shows different creatures they can choose. The group later finds a sprite dragon, an extremely rare familiar difficult to obtain. Suddenly, slime litters the forest and obliterates clothes. Issei wants to make slime as his familiar and uses Asia to protect it. He is knocked out by the sprite dragon, who has taken a liking to Asia. In the end, Asia accepts him as a familiar while Rias notes Issei still has ways to go. Issei dreams that he is marrying Rias, which leads him to get in touch with his inner dragon. After school, Issei encounters Asia in the shower, who confesses a desire to have a deeper relationship with Issei. Later, Rias appears in Issei's bedroom that night looking to lose her virginity. However, her attempt is suddenly interrupted by the arrival of Grafia Lucifuge, the wife and queen of Rias' brother Sir X Lucifer, who initially mocks Issei as a lowborn. At Core Academy, Issei and his group are introduced to Riza Phoenix, a devil who is to be engaged to Rias. When Riza proposes to Rias, she declines. He mocks Issei's dream of having a harem, leading to him having one of her pieces hit Issei in the stomach. In response, the Gremory and the Phoenix clans organize a ratings game. Rias agreed to fight with Phoenix in 10 days' time. In the meantime, Issei begins to train in an isolated area run under Rias' supervision as they prepare for the rating game. Issei fails in each lesson from everyone and is greatly discouraged. First he loses to Kiba in sword fighting, then he loses to Akeno and Asia in manipulating magic. And finally he loses to Konko and gets beaten badly as a result. However, in lesson 4, he creates a power through visualizing the breasts of his intended victims. That night, Issei, in a waterfall mausoleum, tells Rias that he admires her as the best mentor for him. However, he admits that he isn't useful for her and considers himself as the most useless devil. He laments that he has always caused her trouble, and claims that even though he possesses a sacred gear, it's useless if he is unable to fully use it and considers himself a total failure for her and starts crying. Rias figures out that he indeed lacks self-confidence, so she promises him to give him some self-confidence. She afterwards orders him to rest for tonight until he is fully capable. The next morning, he starts training by using his sacred gear. Boosting 12 times, he creates an aura of energy around himself and throws a powerful beam of red light towards Kiba, which destroys a nearby mountain. Although he quickly tires himself out, Rias, remembering his quotes about how he admired her the way she is, starts to grow affections for him. The battle between the Phoenix clan and the Gremory clan begins. Issei unveils his embarrassing finishing move dress break but proves his worth. The Gremory team suffers their first loss when a comrade fights against superior numbers of the Phoenix clan. Issei, enraged by the fate of his comrade, challenges the enemy queen. The rating game continues. Both sides endure further losses and Riza has not received a scratch due to the Phoenix family's special ability. Rias concludes the game by making a hard choice. Issei wakes up to find himself passed out after the rating game. Soon after, Grafia informs Issei the results of the rating game. She gives Issei a magic circle that will allow him to attend the Gremory Phoenix engagement party with Sir X's message that if Issei wants to do something, then to go in and rescue Rias by force. Issei crashes the party, but is interrupted when Sir X comes in and offers to host a one-on-one battle between Riser and Issei to liven things up since he found the rating game unsatisfying. Riser and Issei engage in fierce duel that ends with him hitting Riser with a crucifix and holy water. Issei discovers what was on the back of the transport circle Grafia gave him. Sir X discusses his feelings and plans about Rias' forced engagement with Grafia. Rias, overwhelmed by Issei's feelings and determination, rewards him. As a result of the duel between Dragon and Phoenix, Rias decides to live in Issei's house as well.